A new season dawns and a new era begins for Leicester City. A chance to recalibrate and begin to dream new dreams. After a decade of reaching heights that no Leicester fan could ever envisage, we now have to climb the mountain again. Enzo Maresca is the man entrusted to guide City straight back to the top flight. With some Italian flair and passion and a Spanish influence, he'll be looking to put his stamp on this Leicester City side and on the Championship. For the first time since 2012, we've got a derby between Leicester City and Coventry City as the two teams line up in front of us here at King Power Stadium. Enzo Maresca's first City 11 includes debuts for goalkeeper Mats Hermansen, Callum Doyle in defence, Harry Winks in midfield and Steffi Mavididi as one of a front three. Conor Cody's debut is delayed due to injury. This is a very fluid Leicester City system where Ricardo will move from that right-back position in to support the midfield. There is another success story in the Foxes Academy in the starting 11, with Casey McAteer making his first league start for the club. Coventry have had a busy summer following that playoff final heartache against Luton Town. 9 signings in total made by Mark Robins. 4 of them start today in Jay De Silva, Bobby Thomas, Ellis Sims and Joel Latabaudiere. There are 4 more on the bench. The big summer loss was top goal scorer Victor Yorkaes, who's moved on. But Coventry so far have been able to keep hold of their key man. He wears 38, the Brazilian Gustavo Hamer. He's here, he starts. Well, it is a full house. You've been able to hear the atmosphere of Foxes are building up throughout the pre-match programme. Jamie Vardy leading the Leicester City team out. He's the captain this afternoon. It's a noon kick-off. And we are very close to that kick-off. And as you look around, Tags, we've got the August weather, the opening season weather. The sun has been shining, lovely warm day, and the atmosphere is just bubbling nicely. Yeah, you wouldn't think we're in the Championship, would you? As you say, full ice here. Fair play to the Coventry fans, they've filled their in as well. So all the makings of a really exciting game of football. I say a little bit of the unknown we're going in today, because we've been spoiled with Premier League football for however many years. But the players have to come to grips with that now. The fact that they're in the Championship, and if they're going to get back to the big time, as I said 10-15 minutes ago, they're going to have to dig deep, because Coventry City aren't just going to hand Leicester City 3 points today. The Cop are all on their feet. They welcomed Mats Hermansen as he trotted towards the goal that he'll be guarding in the first half, away to our right-hand side. It is Royal Blue Leicester City, Sky Blue Coventry City. Mark Robins, a former Leicester player, leading the Coventry side. Enzo Maresca, his first competitive game. We think back to the last Italian manager who started a season, his first season with Leicester, Claudio Ranieri. That didn't go too bad. Forza the Foxes. It is Coventry that get us underway for a new season, a new era here at King Power Stadium. Wout Faes is quickly called into action. He'll be dealing with Coventry City's new number 9, Ellis Sims, who joined in the summer from Everton, a £7 million fee. Came through the ranks at Everton. Has had previous Championship experience with a loan spell at Sunderland. Came in to assist Everton at the end of last season, cutting short a loan to help Everton's survival. Now he makes a permanent move to the Championship. Faes is there again, a header forward out to the right side. Casey McAteer, first league start. Did start in the FA Cup last season at Gillingham in a Foxes victory. This is his 5th Leicester City appearance for the first team in all competitions. He's on the right of Jamie Vardy, Mavididi on the left. Where's number 10 that's been vacated by James Maddison, a former Coventry player. Possession given away again, and McAteer racing over the halfway line. Vardy in the middle looking around for support. So too is McAteer, who tries to go beyond his man De Silva. No, free kick given as McAteer is left on the ground. And Coventry have possession inside their own half. Wout Faes coming into Hamer on the halfway line and stealing the ball, and it's Dewsbury Hall. He's invited to come forward and strike from the edge of the box, A daisy cutter across the ground that was well held by Ben Wilson in the Coventry goal.
Yeah, decent strike. Good challenge initially from Watt Fast. Wins the ball as it comes up to the centre forward.
Gustavo Hamer will take the corner. It's his name that has been sung around, the 26-year-old Brazilian. Dangerous corner that started to curl towards the goal. Matt Hermansen was backtracking and was probably panicking for a moment before the ball span over the bar and out to safety. That'll be a goal kick.
He's 3 yards off his line. That's a starting position.
Gustavo Hamer gives the ball straight to Ricardo. Vardy turning and coming forward. Skips past the challenge, plays it to the right to McAteer. Vardy making his way into the box. It was just over him. It's headed clear as far as Winks. Dewsbury Hall and Winks with a 1-2. Both with headers. Then it comes to Ricardo. Coventry defending that 18-yard line as Leicester look for a gap to break through it. Maybe this is it. And Didi and McAteer linking up. And Didi's cross blocked at the near post. Leicester City corner.
Yeah, good patient play between Winks and Dewsbury Hall. Ricardo involved as well. Getting in Didi. Down to the byline. Again, it's a good block from Coventry City, but Leicester just starting to flex their muscles a little bit in this game.
Dewsbury Hall is Leicester's dedicated set-piece taker. This one in swinging dangerously. Vestergaard didn't know much about that. He was in a crowd of players and came off the top of his head and looped over the bar. He thought a Coventry player got the final touch. 14 minutes in, Leicester 0, Coventry 0. Doyle winning the aerial duel from Wilson's clearance. Dewsbury Hall fizzing the ball into the penalty area. Cleared as far as Harry Winks. Leicester seem to be first to the Coventry clearances so far. Winks, delicate touch forward to Vardy. Tried to fend it towards Mavididi. That was cleared. It was Ricardo, right-footed. Sat up nicely and invited the shot, which again was pretty much straight at the Coventry goalkeeper Ben Wilson, but another strike on target for the Foxes. He was trying to get the shot away, but between the Coventry players and the bounce, it wasn't possible. Cleared as far as Dewsbury Hall on his left foot. Brilliant block by Gustavo Hamer. He stayed down after the ball struck him with power. The Leicester fans claiming a handball. Coventry had possession. Gustavo Hamer is down, and there's a potential break here as Coventry lose possession. Doyle breaking down the left into Dewsbury Hall. Lovely first touch, able to take the ball under his control. Callum Doyle, ball fizzed in from the left. Header from Bobby Thomas, and the ball will spin out over on the far side for a Leicester throw.
Yeah, good defending initially from Doyle, you have to say, on the front foot. Picks up those little pieces in the middle of the park. And that gets Leicester on the front foot down that left-hand side. Lovely cross at the end from him. Coventry scrambling. Really, Coventry, should have had a shot on target there.
Here's Sims again, coming in from the right, looking to play the ball forward. It was blocked, it's fallen to Casey Palmer. He's gone for goal, and it's just looped over the bar. Matt Hermansen will probably say he had that one covered as he leaped into the sky. But the ball just dropped. But Palmer almost waited an ace to get the shot in. He just wanted the bounce to be perfect. He almost caught it with the instep. But for Leicester's sake, fortunately, over the bar.
In between the lines, and using the ball very well. As this time, he said, takes a deflection from another Dewsbury Hall shot.
Mavididi will take this corner. Dewsbury Hall resting from set-piece duties. Mavididi giving a warm reception as he placed the ball in the quadrant, and a corner that's causing all kinds of problems at the far post. Doyle was there. It was his downward header, and somehow Wilson, the Coventry goalkeeper, has steered the ball wide of the post rather than over the line, and it will be another Leicester corner.
He just comes under a little bit of pressure there from Sheaf. Sheaf does well, just puts Doyle under a little bit of pressure.
And the left wing back making a very important interception as Leicester were looking dangerous going forward again. This is Ellis Sims holding play up on the far side, feeding the ball into the feet of Casey Palmer. 30 yards from the Leicester goal. He's got beyond Winks and it's opened up on the edge of the area. This is Gustavo Hamer. It's back to Palmer, a shot deflected and wide. Coventry corner, but Palmer afforded far too much room to try and cause Leicester damage, and it nearly paid off. It came back to him. Fortunately, the shot was deflected away for a corner.
Yeah, it's Harry Winks with again a latch-stitch challenge, and Harry Winks, once Palmer went past him initially, he sort of stops.
Ellis Sims is racing down the left for Coventry, and Didi doing his defensive duties, and there's enough pressure applied that gives Leicester the ball back through Ricardo. And here's Callum Doyle in a bit of space. Winks, short pass to Ricardo. Casey Palmer on his back, but Ricardo was able to shrug him off and then play a brilliant ball to Casey McAteer inside the penalty area. Brilliant save from Ben Wilson. It was driven straight and true, and it was aiming for the near post, but Ben Wilson standing firm and two hands to palm the ball away. And that's the last action of the first half, Tags.
Yeah, great move. Ricardo Pereira this time breaking the lines. Could Casey McAteer taking one extra touch? His first touch is true, so it sets him up. He's getting close down to me before he has to take a shot. It's a good clean strike. Keeper pulls off a good save, going slightly to his left.
Coventry will feel satisfied with the opening 90 seconds or so of this second period.
Yeah, again, it's just all a little bit too easy, isn't it, at the minute? Two opportunities for Coventry in the opening minute of the second half or so. Leicester just need to, you know, get themselves out of the dressing room.
Hamer thought about the shorter option, but went straight in, and a header from the captain, McFadden, inside the 6-yard area. Well, the warnings were there 30 seconds into the half, and Sims had a great chance. And about a minute later, from a Gustavo Hamer corner, McFadden has risen the highest inside the 6-yard box. And the first goal of the season here at King Power Stadium goes to the opposition, and Coventry have the lead. Leicester 0, Coventry 1.
Well, again, you know, Hamer, he's elected in most of his corners to go to the back post. This time McFadden, he's on the goal line. No one's picking him up whatsoever. He just comes in front of Wilfred and Didi, near post corner, and all he has to do is get a half decent connection on that, and he just flicks it in the near post. Really poor from a Leicester City point of view, you have to say. Wilson
with the goal kick did have two options inside the penalty area to go short, but he's gone long into Sims, and his layoff has got Palmer, who's run into Vestergaard, but it will break here for Godden, and Matt Hermanson spreads himself big and strong, and from the edge of the 6-yard area was able to get enough contact to steer the ball away. It will be a Coventry corner.
He's just steamrollered himself through, hasn't he? Palmer, left foot finish, but the keeper makes himself as big as possible, a la Kasper Schmeichel, you have to say.
Who joined in the summer for Coventry. Mavididi looking to break forward for Leicester on the far side, looking to use his pace as he comes up against Van Uwijk. It's Harry Winks' first time out to Dennis Pratt. 4 in the middle. Pratt's ball towards Dewsbury Hall. Leicester equalise. It's the local lad. It's Keenan Dewsbury Hall. The first goal of the Enzo Maresca reign. More importantly, an equaliser in this championship fixture, and a cushioned header into the bottom corner from Keenan Dewsbury Hall, and Leicester get themselves level. It's Leicester 1, Coventry 1.
Well, it's a fantastic finish here. Initially, Mavididi does all the damage. He does fantastically well, takes 2 players out of the game will outrun. The space is in the middle of the pitch, and it swings with the opposite. He switches the play to the right hand side, where Dennis Pratt at last finds a little bit of quality with a cross, and it's Dewsbury Hall making that run into the box. He rises the highest, and it's a bullet header, textbook header, down into the ground and into the bottom corner. Fantastic.
The importance, as Jerry said, that quality from Dennis Pratt. Brilliant cross, brilliant header, all square. Keenan Dewsbury Hall with his first goal since December, when he scored early at Anfield in a defeat to Liverpool. It's opened up for a shot here, but then it's quickly closed down by McFadden, but he does get his shot away. It's over the bar. Keenan Dewsbury Hall puts his hands on his head And maybe for him, he thought that was a good chance.
And just looking at his first touch, just lets him down slightly, so he has to take another.
Sheaf on the far side, 3 inside the penalty area as he comes or tries to come across the 18-yard line. Dewsbury Hall gets his body in front of Sheaf, wins it as a step over to get away from Kelly, and Dewsbury Hall is gliding up the field, and he's got Iheanacho on this right-hand side. Mavididi trying to get inside the penalty area. Iheanacho goes onto his left foot. He's got 4 players around him. He drops to Dewsbury Hall, whose shot hits the outside of the net. It looked as though it would fall kindly to the player who scored Leicester's first for him to get a second, but it was narrowly wide. After all of the players were dragged towards Iheanacho, it left space for Dewsbury Hall, but he couldn't take advantage.
Well, Iheanacho on the right-hand side of the 18-yard box was almost going back in time and watching George Best trying to take 3-4 defenders on.
Into the feet of Latibaudier. Sent skywards, where Wright flicks the ball on in front of Fass, and then Wright has got the pace and he's away from Vestergaard, and Doyle now is up against him. He's on the right of the penalty area. Shorten! Hermanson got a touch to, it's off the bar, it's gone and it's wide. Well, how important to save will that be by Mats Hermanson? The pace and power of the substitute has you right. Got in clear of all 3 Leicester City defenders. Left-hand side of the penalty area. He struck the shot with so much power, and Hermanson got a touch that just placed it onto the crossbar. Godden's follow-up, by then Leicester got players back and it was well wide.
Well, it's a deflected shot off Doyle, isn't it? And that's what sort of unsettles the keeper, and it ends up being an unbelievable tip onto the bar. It's a great shot.
Doyle with a cross-field diagonal ball to Casey McAteer. Pratt quickly up to try and support the youngster, but McAteer is coming across the 18-yard line. Thought about the shot, then he releases it to Dewsbury Hall. Again wanted to shoot, but was closed down by McFadden. It's Mavididi on the left side of the penalty. Then it's Dewsbury Hall who fires in. A second for him and a second for Leicester City. A left foot shot that is arrowed into the top right-hand corner, and from 1 goal down, Leicester have turned it around late in the game to clinch a second goal and a goal advantage on the opening day of the Championship season. Kieran Dewsbury Hall at the double for Leicester City.
Incredible, John. What an incredible turnaround it's been. And that just shows you how important that save was for Hermanson at the other end, and Godden not being able to put the deflector off the post, finish in there. And then it comes to Dewsbury Hall, and he looks to have an earlier shot. He can't, he recycles it out. Good play from Mavididi. Little Megs to get it back into Dewsbury Hall just inside the box. One touch with his right foot, and then he just pulls the trigger with his left and just bends it into that top right-hand corner. Absolute exquisite finish from him.
Just enough to take it out of the stride of the Coventry striker. Then it's Dewsbury Hall. All eyes on the referee as Dewsbury Hall releases Kelechi Iheanacho, approaching the penalty area, coming down the right, back towards Dewsbury Hall, who could have been on for a hat-trick, but the pass wasn't quite perfect enough for that to take place, and it's cleared for a Leicester throw.
Oh, it's electric, isn't it? Great play from Dewsbury Hall again. And this time his pass is absolutely spot on to put Kelechi Iheanacho down that inside right channel. Dewsbury Hall on his back into the box. Iheanacho tries to find him, as you say, just slightly overhits it.
The roar tells you that Leicester have kicked off the new season with victory, and they came from behind to do it, and it is double delight for Dewsbury Hall, the local lad scoring 2 to clinch 3 points on the opening day here at King Power Stadium. A goalless first half, but the second half came to life with Coventry taking the lead just a couple of minutes into it. Carl McFadden with a near post header following a Gustavo Hamer corner that gave the visitors the lead. Matty Godden had 2 good chances after that to score a second for Coventry. We also saw a vital save later on from Matt Hermanson. Leicester equalised on 76 minutes. Dennis Pratt with the cross. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall with a header into the bottom corner. Dewsbury-Hall had a shot later on that hit the side netting. Then we saw Hadji Wright of Coventry, the substitute, smashing the bar. And moments later, that's when the winner came. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, right-footed, with a shot into the top right corner of the goal that sent King Power Stadium into pure jubilation. And that, in the end, was the winning goal that sealed the 3 points.